Sawubona Mzansi, and welcome to this evening's MIH Live. I hope you can hear me loud and clear this evening. So, what are we going to get up to today? Firstly, I hope you had a great weekend. And what are we going to get up today? So, we're still in the process of testing out MIH version 1.2.4. This comes with a few extra features. We'll go through that a little bit later. But what I want to do in this live, and maybe even tomorrow's live, is I want to click on every single package out there and make sure that each and every one of them, the functionality is working as expected. I did find a bug somewhere else while testing, but hopefully that is fixed. So that's what we're going to get up to today. So the first thing that we're going to have to do is, Victor, shout out, we appreciate you. So the first thing that we're going to do is, let's flip the camera. I think that's a good start. So we'll flip over here. Flip, perfect. Hope you can see everything. Nice. So then what we're going to do first is, let's head over to MIH and see exactly what, or how MIH is growing right now. So if we head over to the About MIH package, that is where we find most of our information of how we are growing. So if we have a look, we currently have 1,122 people and 51 businesses a part of the MIH community. This is amazing. Day by day we are growing. Things are just looking good. Are you hosting? So I see we have a chat by Victor. Victor, we appreciate it. Am I connected over here? Let me connect. Okay, I'm connected now, so I can see your chat. So Victor is asking, are you hosting Olama on a Docker engine? How expensive is it? So, okay, perfect question. We can dive into that immediately. Thank you so much, Victor, for that question. So Victor is asking us, basically, how are we running our Olama server, our LLM server, and is it expensive? So first, let me say that we are hosting our Olama server inside a Docker container. You are correct by that. And we are hosting this on our own servers. So we aren't using any cloud providers or anything like that. So we aren't really seeing an operational cost to hosting our LLM. It's just currently the initial cost. What cost is that? I'm not sure, but the initial cost of buying the server, and that's it. But we aren't hosting it on the cloud. So that's why we aren't having any expenses to that. So I'm not sure. Let us know, Mzansi, if anyone else out there is hosting an Olama server on cloud service providers, and what's the cost of it. I don't think there should be many costs. And also, let me not lie, I'm not sure how exactly the costs function. Awesome. So you have an on-prem server, 100%, yes, you are correct. So we do have an on-prem server at the MIH studios. So that's where we are hosting everything. Correct. So the reason why we did do that is so that we don't have to worry about the operational costs, or when we're testing something out, or when we forget to switch off something. I've heard so many scary stories when it comes to running things on cloud service providers. You put something over there, maybe you did it inexpensively. I was hosting on AWS. It chowed me. It was expensive. That's why we didn't try it. I'm so sorry about that. But what kind of Olama thing are you using? So we're using Docker, right? So let's go to Docker Hub. Docker Hub. I hope we live on the other platforms also. I hope everything is running smoothly. Let me just check that quickly. So YouTube, things are looking good. Okay, perfect. And then on Twitch, things are looking good. Perfect. So please feel free to follow us on any one of those platforms if you're having it. So Victor is saying he was running it on AWS and was super expensive. Hectic. We feel your pain, for sure. We feel your pain. So why is Docker looking different right now? Do they have their own thingy now? Okay. Perfect. So yeah, we just use the standard Olama one. And let us know what a model you're using, Victor. That's another good question. What model are you using when it comes to your Olama servers? So for us, let me zoom in a little bit. See if this helps. Yeah. Let's put this down a little bit. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. I'm sorry if my phone is not the best. My bad, my bad. Hosting Docker Hub is, hosting on Docker Hub is free. I was using Llama 3.2 version. Which parameter? So let's head over to our attributions and the Olama website. So you're saying you're using Llama 3.2. How many parameters were you using? How many parameters was that? 3.2. Okay, they're not too big. I wonder what was chowing so much of your money. Is it, Victor, let us know because we're new to these things. Is it the fact that you're using too many calls when it comes to your server, your LLM server, or was it just the mere fact of running an LLM server is expensive? Because that's very interesting, actually. That's very interesting. And what's the performance? And can we try it out right now? Let us know. These are the questions that we have. Let us know what you're doing. So yes, for those that are new, MIH is available on the Google Play Store, Apple App Store, Huawei App Gallery, and the web. All you have to do to find us is search MIH or MIH app, and we should appear at the top of the list. So this is what we are working on. We currently have 1,200 or 1,122 people and 51 businesses are part of the MIH community. Calvin, nice to see you here this evening. No, I chose a server with big requests. Okay, okay. Yeah, hectic. So I tell the story all the time. I'm not sure if people are tired of hearing it, but when I first started MIH, we were thinking about that whether to host on premises or host in the cloud. And we did decide to host on premises, and we started off with an old laptop and started from there because I feel like the if your app is not so heavy of an application, you will get away with it being on old hardware, and plus you're gonna put server software on there, like Ubuntu Server OS or something like that, and that gives you a little bit more performance from your hardware. So I think that's why I ended up using ZAI. It's open source. ZAI. ZAI. Interesting. We haven't heard about this before. Thank you so much for plugging us. ZAI. GLM 4.2 or APIs. So are you telling me the ZAI is just a free APIs that we can just utilize? If so, interesting, super powerful. Here, interesting, interesting. Okay, but sorry, while we are diving into this, what I want to do is I want to run our server over here. And hopefully things will get up and running. Then we can start testing things on our side. But we'll just have this running in the background while we're still investigating ZAI. So yes, I was asking, is it something that you can just use on your own? Like for free, they have their own model APIs that you can utilize. A reasoning model, reasoning model, reasoning model, visual reasoning model. Learn more. Where is it? Developer docs. Let's go there. API key management. AI open platform access. Open platform register now. This is some interesting stuff. Thank you so much, Victor. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. Yo. Let's see if I can zoom out a little. You know, TikTok and their live streaming app ain't the best. Yeah, I think this looks a little bit better. Not burning your eyeballs with that overexposure. So View plans. Okay, let's view the plans and see what's up. But even this has a cost, monthly cost when it comes to it. Yeah, I think Victor, you're hosting your LLM via Docker on a VPS Pro. That's fire. No, Calvin. So you like 75% there. So we are hosting our LLM via Docker, but not through a VPS. So I'm assuming VPS is virtual private server. So we are hosting it on premises on our own server. So it's just a private server, not a virtual one. But thank you so much for noticing and giving us a shout out. Sawubona Jay, nice to see you here this evening. We appreciate you. Interesting stuff, but yeah, we're using this container to host everything. And like I mentioned before, we are using Gemma 3, and because we do have a GPU inside our server, so Gemma 3N. So this is the model that we are using. But I want to upgrade it, so let me know. Probably the most cost-effective way, dog. Yeah, definitely. Someone just said, hi, which part of South Africa are you from? Shout out, Kira. So we are a part of Johannesburg, Gauteng, South Africa. I'll check that model for you, but it's slow. I would advise MIH is already fast. Okay. Yeah, perfect. So this is the one that we are using. But as you can see, if we scroll down to this, I think this is only a text-based model. Where do we find that? Let's go back. So Kira, we are part of Gauteng, South Africa. Let us know where you are apart from. So yes, if you can see, where's this? I'm not sure where I saw this, but I'm sure that this is only a text-based model. So Gemma 3N is only text-based. So if you want an LLM that only does text stuff, then you can use this one. But we want to expand to like reading documents and maybe understanding images and all of these kind of things. So Gemma 3N at the moment is not for us. We can upgrade to Gemma 3, but their 4 billion parameter model is, or their 12 billion parameter model is 8.1 gigs. 8.1 gigs is a little bit too big for us because we only have a 8 gigabytes graphics card. When are planning, okay, many questions out here, many questions. When are planning to implement RAG for patient records? We need it. So definitely. It's like you're reading my mind, everyone. Reading docs would be nice. Definitely. So great stuff out here. So let's answer Jay's question because it was in line with us. Victor will get to your point. So yes, we do want to implement, like you can send a picture or you can take a picture and ask it questions or understanding documents and stuff. So when we do that, we can't only have a text-based LLM. We're going to have something better. And what I was looking at is, let's clear this. What I was looking at using in the future is Quinn 3 VL. So Quinn 3 visual language model. You see visual language model. And over here, the 8 billion parameter model is only 6 gigabytes. So we can definitely do that. Our current model is a 4 billion parameter, but it's quantized also. So it's 7 billion, but they shrunk it down to, or they used a 7 billion parameter model. Then they trained a smaller model based on this model. So we want to use this. I was chatting with, I think, Gemini, and asked Gemini which is the best models to do this. And then they were giving other things, but then I saw this was fresh. 3 weeks ago it was uploaded. So this is the one that we're going to test out. But I'll jump into the next question now. And I'll tell you why we're not going to do it now. So then Victor is saying, when are we planning to implement RAG? So RAG is, let's ask Mzansi AI. I keep forgetting what it means. What is RAG in terms of LLMs? So let's see what Mzansi AI has to say. I think Mzansi AI was a little bit slow today. I have to reboot the server sometime soon. So please bear with us if Mzansi AI doesn't come right. Yeah. It's okay. There's it over there. Yeah, our LLM is definitely running a little bit slow today, but retrieval augmented generation. So let's stop it. Yo, where's our stop button? But yeah, it's retrieval augmented generation. So this is basically you allowing your AI to have access to like your documents or a repository of all of your things in order to Planned reboots. Okay, so in order to make your LLM know a little bit more about you and your company, what you would do is you would implement RAG, and it allows your LLM to retrieve documents from a repository of documents that will help it in answering a question. So that's what RAG is all about. So at the moment, we haven't been doing it. We haven't been doing that because all we needed was just a system prompt. Give me 1 second. I see it's raining now. Sorry, the rain was loud. So yes, at the moment we didn't need RAG, or the current version of MIH doesn't really need RAG because we were just using a basic chatbot. It didn't really dive into like the patient stuff and all of those kind of things, what Victor is talking about. So how we're going to implement this is through the Flutter AI toolkit. This is why we spend all that time migrating over to this. And we'll read the documentation over here to figure out why. So then things are flying through today. So let's see. How do I expose my self-hosted LLM via API? Do you have some kind of reverse proxy to the model? So Calvin, 100% yes, we do have a reverse proxy. So let's open up Canva. So that leads us to our technology stack. Let's have a look at our technology stack. Don't worry about crazy things that you see on my Canva. Don't stress about that. But let's look for our tech stack. It should be somewhere close. Yeah. So this is the technology stack. So Calvin, you are correct. Basically what we do when this decides to open, we go through our reverse proxy server. Yeah. So we go through our reverse proxy server. This one organizes which container do we go to. So for example, you would give a specific domain or subdomain to your LLM, to your server, and then it would come to the reverse proxy, and then it would direct it to your LLM, and then it will return stuff to you. So that's how we are doing it, and we are using Nginx for our reverse proxy server. So yes, we are doing that. So at J, yeah, it's RAG is a way to go. You can use LLM AI index. Okay, cool. Have you thought of planned reboots? No, we haven't thought of planned reboots, Jay. So the reason why we haven't thought of that is because we normally have like monthly, or over the past couple months it's been monthly updates to MIH, and during those updates the server got rebooted. So it was kind of once a month, kind of planned updates kind of things. That's what it was. Victor's saying I probably live close to where he is. Shout out. Probably do. Sawubona Iki, nice to see you here this evening. So yeah, that's what we are doing. So let's read the documentation. That's what I wanted to take you through. So in order to answer your question about how do we integrate our LLM to the patient manager and our patient profile and all those kind of things, thank you so much, I54333. Shout out for the follow. I'm sorry there's no like celebrations today. I have to sort that out. So on the Flutter AI toolkit, there's a whole lot of different features over here. So multi-turn chat, which is standard, we already have that. Then we have streaming responses, we already have that, where you can see the response come through from the AI. Rich text display, we've already implemented that. So when like tables come through and all of those kind of things, it will display for us. But this is what we need, a probably a multimodal model in order to achieve this, which is voice input. And let's figure out how this works. And then multimedia attachments. This is where we can add documents and all of those kind of things. And then custom styling, of course, chat serialization, so like turning it into a JavaScript and back from a JavaScript. And then response widgets, okay, pluggable LLM support, cross-platform, okay. So the one that I want to show you is, if we scroll through this, there's a specific section, I think it's right at the bottom, so user experience, okay. Voice input, multimodal, image zoom, clipboard, message editing. Sorry, I'm going to show you it now. Feature integration. So this is the one. So not a welcome message, not a system prompt, not an LLM instruction. Not disabling this, handling and cancelling, managing history. So I was diving deep into this the other night. Custom response widget. So there was this thing where it was explaining to me how to use, there's it over here, chat without a UI. So this is the capability that we want to unlock inside MIH. So we don't really have to go the RAG route, because I feel like that is maybe an over-engineered approach, but I don't know RAG, if I'm being honest. But I think it might be an over-engineered approach. So what we can do is have a chat with our AI, but without the UI. So they give you the instructions on how to do this. Like it shows over here, you can just call send message. So over here, so our provider, what we are using, our LLM provider, can just anywhere inside MIH can just call send message. And then when you send this message, you'll get the response back over here under response, and then it's a stream. And then you can use this anywhere in the application. So let's say, for example, we head over to let's head over to a patient's profile. So let's say we're in the patient's record. Maybe there'll be a little logo over here hovering at the top of the Mzansi AI. You can click on it and then ask it a question about this patient, or specific, maybe over here you inside the consultation notes, and then there's the Mzansi AI logo over here. You click on it, ask it a question. Say, for example, give me a summary of the last 5 stuff, or something like that. We can understand how to do something like that. We'll have to play around with it, but we'll be able to call it outside of the Mzansi AI package itself. I have to stream now. I'm learning a lot on this live. Shout out. We appreciate you. We must dive into your live one day. Your lives are definitely crispy and smooth because you're sharing your screen, and it's a better experience. Remember, we have the same experience, but not on TikTok. It's over on YouTube and Twitch. Shout out, come follow us there. And also follow Victor. He's going to stream now. You can go follow him and see what he's getting up to. We appreciate you for joining us. We appreciate you. So let's see what's happening over here. So our server is doing the things. Thanks, brother. Shout out, Victor. Yes, this is what we are thinking of, and then we have to understand this a little bit better. But you can see how far down the list this is. We still have to, if we go back one, we still need to understand this stuff, image and attachment stuff. So I want MIH to be able to do this, where you can add images, you can add pictures, you can add documents, and Mzansi AI will understand what's happening and respond from that, like your other AIs. Currently, it's just chat at the moment. Or you can take a picture directly from Mzansi AI and then ask it a question about that, like like other features. So I definitely think this is going to be the approach that we're going to have to take, slowly but surely, step by step. We don't want to rush things and then have a solution that doesn't really work as expected, as we wanted. And this one, I wish it was updated more frequently, if I'm being honest, but I guess they're working on it. And if I want things to be done, I guess I must develop myself and then join their open source community of this and fix things or add things over here. What is this? Permission internet, okay. So yes, that's what that's how we use our AI server. Let's see, let's send hey, let's Mzansi AI shift hey send LLM failure, failed to fetch. Yeah, our server is definitely going through the most right now. Our server is definitely going through the most right now. We'll have to reboot it, but not now. I'll do it this evening. At least, let's reload this. See what happens. Okay, at least. But you saw how slow it was, so that's definitely a server issue, if I'm being honest. But yes, we were testing. I can't show you the features right now, but I can definitely list them out for you. So there are a few features that we were able to add. inside the latest version of MIH, which is version 1.2.4. Version 1.2.4 is going to be the latest version. That's going to come out end of this month, beginning of next month. And this feature, this is the patient manager overhaul. So this is the look and feel of the patient profile, your patient information. So I was tired of not showing that information when I'm going live, like specifically when I have, like, if you look now, this is my actual profile, my actual MIH profile. And I don't want to click on patient profile because there's sensitive information of mine that will be displayed to us. So like if we go to this patient, this is just a test patient. You can see ID numbers, you can see cell phone numbers, email address, all of these kind of things. So if I click on mine, it's gonna, all of this is gonna be visible. But in the new version of MIH, the patient manager overhaul, what we've done is we've have a toggleable switch that covers up the information and makes it visible to you. So something like that. So when, if you accidentally open it while you're showing it to some people, they won't be able to see that information, as it will be blocked. So that's what we did over here. Then we have the business profile. Remove the mock data. Sorry, who is this? KG, thank you so much for the chat. Please elaborate on why you say we should remove the mock data inside our application. I'm very curious to understand why. We'll do it, but must understand why. Then we have our MIH alerts. So these new MIH alerts that we've added into MIH, it makes reading alerts just go a little bit smoother, if that makes sense. Goes a little bit smoother. So, for example, okay, this is up and running. So I think we should be able to run or launch our Chrome version of MIH, and then I can start showing you the new stuff. My apologies, I should have done this before the live, but yeah, I completely forgot about it. I set everything else up except for this one. Yo! Okay, no, it's fine over here. Shout out, shout out, shout out. So yeah, this mock data over here, I'll give you some example of why I have this mock data. So running the application with real-time data is always better than mock data. So I do have real-time data, right? The only thing is, do I really want to show patients information while I'm live and demonstrating to people? So thank you so much for that. I do try my best not to add so many test profiles inside MIH, just to make sure that you are seeing the real experience of MIH instead of seeing test stuff over here. But thank you so much for that. We appreciate you, KG. Shout out. Thank you so much, KG, for the follow. We appreciate you. What language are you using? Shout out, shout out. So let's log in to see if we're going to have access. Okay. So over here, what we need to do is, let's stop this. No, we don't need to stop it. Let's Docker compose down. We'll answer your question. Who is this? Simam. Simam will answer your question now. Oh, while this is loading, let's answer your question. So 100%, so we are using Flutter as, so the framework that we're using is Flutter, but the language is Dart underneath that. So that's what we are using right now. So it is, we'll dive onto their website to see what's it all about. Let's just say Flutter. So the reason why we chose Flutter is we want to have, not Flutter AI Toolkit, we wanted to code once and deploy to multiple different platforms out there, or if not all platforms. So that's exactly what Flutter does. You can see built for any screen. So any screen size, Flutter is dynamic like that, and it will automatically change for you. Then Flutter transform your development process, build, test, and deploy beautiful mobile, web, and desktop applications with a single code base. So that's the important part. So it's, you can build all of to and build and deploy to all of these platforms, but it's only one code base that you're working from. So that's why we chose Flutter. Super powerful tool. Would recommend it to anyone else. Like all frameworks, there are some limitations with it. That's the word that I'm looking for. There are some limitations with it. However, it's nothing that you can't work around, if that makes sense. Nothing that you can't work around. And because it's a, this is just, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think because it's a client-side application, so basically I don't send requests to the server in order to bring UI to you. The UI is already sitting with you. So because it's like that, it's quite speedy when you do specific stuff inside the application. So that's why we like it. It's not so hard to get started into it. Let's remove this. So if you have a look at what is this? Our patient manager. The patient, or if you just look at the language over here, it looks very similar to Java. That's why we chose it. Or JavaScript. Like the syntax is very similar. The only thing that you're gonna have to learn is widgets. What are widgets? How do widgets work? So basically everything inside Flutter is a widget. So everything that you're seeing here on the screen is a widget. This profile picture is a widget. The ring around it is a widget. This text is a widget. The search bar is a widget. The icon inside the search bar is a widget. This text is also a widget. So basically everything is a widget. I'm not sure if they have an equivalent in React and React Native. Let me know. React Fundis. Let us know what React's term are. I don't know if it's DOMs or whatever, but that's how Flutter works. So everything is basically a widget that you're seeing on the screen right now. Debongs, shout out for the follow. We appreciate you. Shout out, shout out. So yes, while we're waiting for things to get loaded on the other side, let's go through MIH. How do you pronounce the name? Kanki. Mapahlele. Shout out for the follow. We appreciate you. So yes, this is MIH. MIH is the first super app of Mzansi, created to make the lives of all the people and the businesses of Mzansi a whole lot easier. Hectic. Don't laugh. You tried. I tried my best. Shout out. But thank you so much for the follow. We appreciate you. So we'll open up. Yes, so MIH is the first super app of Mzansi. It's created to make the lives of all the people and the businesses of Mzansi a whole lot easier, a whole lot smoother, and a whole lot better. We are available to download right now on the Google Play Store, Apple App Store, Huawei App Gallery, and the web. You see the power of Flutter. All you have to do to find us is search MIH or MIH app, and we will appear at the top of the list. That's how you can find us. We have many different features available over here for you. Like, I'll just list you some of my favorites. The Mzansi wallet. It's a place for you to store your, okay, this is our test version. We'll wait for that to load. But this is a place for you to store your loyalty cards digitally. So if we have a click on this, these are the different cards that are available in my personal wallet, right? That I use all the time. So I'll tell you which ones I use frequently. I use the Clicks card frequently. I use Checkers card frequently. Here's my favorites even. I'll show you. These are my favorites over here. So Checkers, Best Before, Woolies, Clicks, Spar, and Clicks. So I have my mother's Clicks card and my Clicks card over here because we do allow you to have multiple different cards. That's why we have titles over there. So you can differentiate between them. Let's see if things are working now. Nice, things are working now. Cool, so this is let's zoom in. This is the test version of MIH. Now we can dive in and show you the different changes that we've made. So the best way to do this, I think, is to... Let me show you this. And this is another feature, building for any size. Alright, so you can see as I change the size of MIH reacts accordingly. And Flutter makes it easy to do that. It's not really a difficult task. You don't have to code two different or two separate UIs in order to accomplish this. So I want to show you the alerts. Or let's head over to what's changed in the latest version. So the latest version, our patient manager overhaul. So let me show you the difference between them. Let's head over to the business side, patient manager. Who was that? KG, if you're still out there, shout out. So let's view the medical record. So this is what it looked like now. It just looked like a capture form, and you have to scroll all the way. Yeah, and you have to scroll all the way down in order to read all the information. Whereas if we head over to the new one, this is what it looks like now. And if we click on the eye, it displays the information and hides the information. Displays it, hides it. Don't worry that there's no profile picture. That's just a web development issue. Nothing to be worried about. So yeah, this is the new thing. So you can see the difference between these two. One, your information, your ID number is already exposed immediately. Cell phone number exposed, email and normal address exposed as soon as you open up the package. Whereas this one over here, you still have to click on the eye in order to do that. So if you accidentally open it up when you're sharing your screen or when you're displaying to someone, they won't like quickly see what your information is and then like open up bank accounts in your name and things like that. We are trying to hide that. So you can see information hidden, now it's visible. Hidden, visible. This is one of the new features that we've added in. Also, alongside the patient manager stuff, we also have a new file viewer. I don't think I can demonstrate it on the web version. It's going to give issues. It's going to give issues over here. But we have a new web viewer. Let's see if I can. I should be able to show you what that looks like. Image code context failed to detect image format. Where? That's alright. This is probably because I don't know. I'll have to check what this is. But yeah, this is our new image format. So the image will be there, then you'll be able to download it. If it's a document, you'll have like you can switch pages, you can zoom in, zoom out, all of those kind of things. That's what we've implemented there also. Then we have our business profile, the business user information look and feel. So let's have a look at this. So let's see what it currently looks like. I'm gonna see if I can show you like that. So I'm going to change it quickly because my actual signature is showing over there. So I don't want to show you that. So let me change it. Update. Let me go back. Yeah. Crazy things be happening tonight. Crazy things be happening. Okay, so I can't demonstrate that for you now. But basically, the information, your signature was exposed. But now if we click on the business profile, head over here, we have the same thing where now your access type is blocked. Your app is shy. Definitely. So what do you mean by shy? Shout out. Who is this? Tabiso, shout out. We appreciate you. My app is shy. Yeah, sometimes it does get shy during the live and doesn't want to work correctly. Always happens when it comes to live demonstrations. Developers, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. You're out here presenting to big executives, CEOs and things, and then works fine when you're practicing the night before, but when you're demonstrating, things go wrong. But basically, here's it over here. It used to look similar to the patient manager side where it was just a list of information, but now you can see your access type is blocked and your signature is blocked also. But when you click on this, it makes it visible to you. So it's blocked, visible, blocked, visible. Which is just an extra layer of security. So when you like swiping through or showing or demonstrating something to someone else, demonstrating MIH to someone else, then some of your sensitive information is not displayed over there. Just another cool enhancement. Now let's look at the alerts. So let's update our information on this side first. Hopefully it will update. Yeah, so this is what it looked like at the moment. So you can see successfully updated profile. But on the new version of MIH, if we click on edit profile and then update, you'll see these are the two different types of or this is the new alerts. It looks a little bit better, looks a little bit cleaner, and it jumps out in front of me and like tells me, okay, this is a warning message. I need to read, or this is an alert. I need to read what's happening over here before just clicking dismiss or clicking this X. I was telling everyone in the previous live that when looking at how people were using MIH, I found out when there was alert messages, they would just click on this X, because I think people are, with so much ads happening all over, our eyes first look for the X in order to close things. So this X, people came here instead of clicking on the dismiss button, and this wasn't really the behavior that we wanted inside the application. So now we have removed that X, if you can see, and now there's only buttons, and you can have multiple buttons over here if you'd like, and you can dismiss it easily. So that's what we have changed with this. And then I can show you other alerts also. So if we scroll down to our test, so these are success, so you can see this is the basic success, this is an advanced success, so you can see 2 buttons. It can be an infinite amount of buttons over there for you, or anything else you'd like. Then we have our warnings, basic warnings. This is advanced warnings. Then we have our basic errors and our advanced errors. So this is what is going to come to MIH later on, just to make the experience inside MIH a little bit better. Let me know what you think of these alerts. If they are looking good, if they are designed nicely. And plus I removed that border around it. I felt like the border that we were seeing previously, it wasn't really so nice. Around it was very, even around the normal windows. If I go back here, so let's close this, click on edit on both sides, so you can see on the right hand side we have a border around our window, and on the left hand side we've removed that border. So let me know what you think, with or without the border. I'm definitely leaning more towards the border, or without the border on the right hand side. It just looks a little bit sleeker and also a little bit more modern, as modern as can be, but it looks a little bit more modern. And then same thing with the alerts. If we click update over there, and if we click update over here, we've removed the border, we've changed the color, and all of these kind of things. So looking a lot sleeker, I think. Looking a whole lot sleeker. Let's see what else is there. File viewer, so that's everything new. Then quality of life improvements, the windows themselves. Then our about MIH. So yes, this is something that we just recently did. No borders look better to me. Shout out Tabiso. We are definitely in agreement with that. Shout out, shout out. So yes, our business profile, QR code, share message. Okay, I can't demonstrate this for you, or maybe I can. Let's see. If we head over to our business profile, if we head over to any business and head over to their business profile and their QR code, you can see that if you click on the menu button, there is a share business button. This share business should take us to our email. Nice. And yeah, it is looking a little bit weird now because of sizing, but yeah, we changed this message a little bit to say check out Mzansi Innovation Hub on the MIH app, and then we have the link over there available for them. But it's the exact same thing as sharing the QR code itself. But this is like if you want to share it on WhatsApp or something like that. We just made it a little bit easier for you to do. Then what else is there? What else is there? Then our about MIH. So as you can see, MIH is currently purple now because we were standing with Women for Change. If you can see Women for Change. But what we've noticed is, in order for you to find the install MIH button or the MIH beginner's guide or the support our journey button, it's very far. So let's see, shout out Demon Fox over on Twitch, we appreciate you. So if we scroll down, you'll see how long it has to take in order for us to reach those buttons. Alright, so here's our button. So you can see how far we had to scroll in order to get that. But now with the new one, it's immediately at the top. If you scroll a little bit down, then you get your thingy buttons. Don't worry about this. Don't worry about that. I got some more art and animations done. Woohoo! Shout out Demon Fox. Shout out, shout out. When it's done, we definitely want to try it out. Maybe one day we'll dedicate a live to playing your game when it is ready for us. When it is ready. So yeah, we've moved our buttons to the top so that people will be able to see that they can install MIH. That you can go to the beginner's guide. Not sure if you've been keeping up with the videos now, but all of our new videos, let's cancel this, all of our new videos, our beginner guide videos, are listed over here. And we are updating our old ones because if you have a look, let's head over to our patient profile. Yeah, so this is what your patient profile used to look like. This is what MIH used to look like before. But we are changing it to look like a little bit cleaner, a little bit better. Let's go here. Yeah, it looks like this now. So a whole lot better than what it used to look like. Over here, you can see in the background. Yeah, but we're upgrading our beginner guide series in order to showcase the new features that are available inside MIH and the new look and feel. And I personally, I hate it when I'm having trouble with an application. Then I go to their like help section, FAQs or whatever, and they are explaining an old process to me. And when I'm going onto their website now and try to follow those steps, it doesn't line up, and I'm just more frustrated. So that's why I want to update MIH in order to align with. Why are they different colors? I have no idea. Hectic. But that's alright. That's alright. Yeah, that's what we wanted to do. Then our shortcuts. So if you currently have MIH, remember it is available on Google Play Store, Apple App Store, Huawei App Gallery, and the web. Just search MIH and you'll find us there. But we've introduced shortcuts. So instead of you opening up MIH and then clicking on one of the tiles in order to enter a package, now we've enabled just a few packages to be home screen shortcuts on your phone. So I don't think on iOS it's possible. Let me know, iOS users. But I know on the Android side, you are able to click and hold on the MIH icon on your home screen, and then something will pop up over there, and that pop-up will show you different shortcuts, specifically the MIH calculator, Mzansi AI, and Mzansi Wallet. So instead of you clicking on the MIH app and then clicking on Mzansi Wallet and then using it, you just click on your wallet on your home screen and it takes you directly there. But we were having an issue with our implementation where if MIH was completely closed and you clicked on one of the shortcuts, it takes you back to the home screen because there was some missing information and how we coded our logic and things. But what we have done now is we've changed that to get all your relevant information when you click on one of the tiles or when you open up one of the tiles. So that's what we've done. So now when you click on one of the shortcuts, whether MIH was open previously or running in the background, doesn't matter. It will take you directly through to the Mzansi wallet, and I've been using it all the time now, like going to checkers and all of these kind of things, and the experience has been smooth. Shout out Jay. I'm not sure if he's still in the chat, but shout out Jay. He gave us this idea in one of the previous lives. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. And we do have Mzansi Air, but let me know if you want any other tiles to be accessible from your home screen of your phone. So maybe Minesweeper. Shout out Keep Enoch for the follow. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. Let me know which one of these packages would you like to see on your home screen. So currently it's the Mzansi wallet to access your loyalty cards digitally. The Mzansi directory, not Mzansi directory, sorry, Mzansi AI, so you can speak to Mzansi AI quickly, and then the calculator for easy calculations or tip calculations. This is also another great shortcut. So I use the tip calculator all the time when I'm going out to like restaurants that have waiters or waitresses, and you're always tipping them, you're always busy calculating, so might as well let Mzansi AI calculate it for you. So So let's say you want to do this kind of bill, right? So the bill is 1,456. Normally, without the MIH calculator, what I would do is just give a 10% tip and keep it moving, because 10% calculation is easy from here. But now we can be a little bit more friskier when it comes to the percentages. Like now we have a 13% tip that we want to give our waiter or our waitress. But then also we can go further and make this calculation a little bit more complex by splitting the bill. So if we don't split the bill, we can just click calculate. Immediately you get the answer, what your total amount is, and then what the tip is. But if we split the bill, and let's say we split this amongst 9 people, so we have a large group of friends, so this calculation is quite hard to do. But you just click calculate, and it shows you exactly how much each person has to calculate. Oh, sorry, each person has to pay for this bill, like a part of your friends group. So it's having the MIH calculator accessible from my home screen makes me want to use the calculator more often, and it's less of a, I don't want to say burden, less of a hassle, that's the word. It's less of a hassle opening up the MIH calculator. Now it's like the normal calculator on your phone. You just click on it and it opens it up for you. Quick. So that was our shortcuts, fixing our shortcuts. Then we have Mzansi AI remove message when typing. Okay, this is it over here. So it's best shown on the phone, but when we open up Mzansi AI, you see this little message over here. But then if we had a keyboard, like on our phones, our virtual keyboard would pop up and our UI would shift up a bit. And it would sit underneath this writing. And that's not how it's supposed to work. So now when you start typing, what will happen is it will remove this message over here, because we're assuming that you already know what's happening. You're already sending a message. So there's no need to display this message anymore. So it just makes it a little bit cleaner. Then I think there's one more. And then under our reset password, I think I can show you over here. So I'll have to sign out, which is okay. So we can sign out, and then let's head over to our, what is this? To our config section, our go router. And then reset password is /reset password. Copy. So I'll have to go half screen for this. So over here, so I'll remove this. And then what I will do is I'll paste this in our auth, and then you put the the question mark, because we're passing in a parameter. I think it's called a query parameter. The query parameter is token equals 1 2 3 4 5. Click on enter. So you can see at the top of the screen, I did block it out when I was creating the demo video. I'm sure you've noticed that. But the token displays over here. And this was just when we were coding. Thank you so much, Razin, for the hand heart. We appreciate you. Shout out. Shout out for the hand hearts. I'm so sorry we're not doing co-hosting this evening. We appreciate you. So yes, there's our token visible over here. So this was for testing purposes to see if our token was actually coming through to our application. But we forgot to comment it out or remove it from our application. So it's still visible right now as we speak. Which is not a good thing, I feel. So we've changed this. So now if we sign out over here and paste this in with the same query parameter, it's going to load, hopefully take us in, and you can see that reset, that token equals what is no longer there. So you can see it was just it was a bug, a silly bug actually, that we did. Cool. So that's everything that we have available for us. I think this is okay for our last update for this year. So we're gonna have this last update. Then during December we're not gonna have any updates. We're just gonna make sure that MIH is up and running and accessible to you while you're on festive holidays. And our next update will be in January. next year sometime. Thank you so much, Razin, for the 10 roses. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. Flooding us with gifts this evening. Shout out. Shout out. So, yes, we're going to have something in January. And we're going to have to look and see what we want to update. What we want to update. So, I don't want to create. So, this is my thinking about the next update of MIH. Let me know what your thoughts are about this. But we're not going to look at creating any new packages for the next update of MIH, even though I really want to. I was even laying the foundation to do it today, but I thought to myself, no, there's other things that we need to do. So what I want to do is look at our other packages inside MIH and see how we can improve it, enhance the look and feel, or even the performance of it. There's many packages out there where the performance is not working as efficiently as I would like. Cause of how we're coding. That's the only reason. Cause of bad coding on our side. So we'll have to fix that. And also the look and feel of some of our other packages. For example, I wanna update our calendar package. Our calendar package looks kind of bland right now. Let's minimize this. Our calendar package is a little bit bland. Let's go back. Thank you so much, Tabiso, for that question. Let's sign in over here, then I can answer it for you quickly. So, Tabiso is asking, do you store passwords? Why don't you use Google Auth or something? Okay, okay. So, let's answer that question. Let's look at our technology stack in order to answer that question, which is over here. So currently, this is our technology stack, and for our authentication layer of MIH, we are using super tokens. Super Tokens is a free and open source application that allows you to have to do different authentication stuff. They do have the capability of having Google Auth over there, but our reasoning for not doing this is one day in the future, far into the future, not anytime soon, but one day in the future, what we would like to do is have our own sign in with MIH button for other applications out there. Just like you have a sign in with Apple, sign in with your Apple account, sign in with your Google account, sign in with your Facebook account, sign in with your GitHub account. One day in the future, we are going to have signed in with an MIH account. And so I don't want to have any like a Google integration and then have something like that. So I want to keep it completely separate so that we can do that one day in the future. So that's why we're not using Google Auth. And we aren't just storing your passwords, plain text, in a database somewhere. We are using super tokens in order to do this. And because it's an open source tool, there's a whole community behind this that finds the vulnerabilities of it, and people patch it and all of these kind of things. So it is quite secure. It is on par with like the Google authentications and stuff. And they do have that available over there to you. But yeah, one day in the future, we want to have our own sign-in with MIH button for other people's websites. Got it. Shout out. Shout out, shout out. So cool. Let's flip our camera. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. Great live this evening. Perfect. Let me switch this. Perfect. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining the MIH Live this evening. We do appreciate each and every one of you for joining us, for participating. Let me bring this a little bit lower. For participating, for sending your questions, sending your statements, learning with us, making me learn a little bit. We appreciate you. If you like MIH and what we are working on, please feel free to download the app on the Google Play Store, Apple App Store, Huawei App Gallery, and the web. Thank you so much, Tabiso, for the follow. We appreciate you. Shout out, shout out. So yeah, make sure to download the app, free to use. Set up your MIH account and play around with it. And please feel free to send us a message of how we can improve things. I know a lot of people are speaking about the UI, that the UI is not the greatest. We understand that, but we are learning also. So yeah, download it, create the account, utilize the app. There's games over there, or we have a game, we have wallets, so both for your personal and business use, MIH is for you. And if you like the lives, if you like learning, if you like participating in the lives, please feel free to follow us. We are live. Follow us, like, subscribe, all those things. We are live on YouTube, on Twitch, and on TikTok. If you like a mobile experience, I know a lot of people do, you can head over to YouTube or TikTok and you'll find the mobile experience there. But if you want a TV experience, please head over to Twitch and you can see our full screen what's happening over there. Especially when we're coding, it makes it a little bit easier to follow along with. And cool, please make sure to follow us. Like I mentioned, we're on the other platforms also, so you can follow us there, support our journey, like our videos, repost our videos, share it with your family members, share MIH with your family members, because everyone can use MIH and benefit from it. And if you'd like to support us even further than all of these options that I just mentioned, what you can do is become a premium member of Mzansi. You can become a premium member of Mzansi via two applications. One is Patreon and the other one is TikTok. If you're going the TikTok route, make sure to follow us. After following us, head over to our profile, click on the subscribe button. You can become a premium member of Mzansi over there. Or you can head over to Patreon, search for us, or on the About MIH package, you can click on the Support Our Journey button. That'll navigate you over to Patreon. There, once you become a premium member of Mzansi, this unlocks early access to the latest version of MIH. So what we are speaking about and demonstrating for you today, our premium members of Mzansi have access to that and are playing around with it and making sure that everything is fine over there and to their liking. Then we also have a private Discord server where we have private conversations. I'm looking at how to improve that, how to make it a little bit better. I am new to it. So we'll definitely, maybe in December, we'll look at how to improve it. I looked at someone else's, so someone on YouTube that I watch, they're always speaking about their Discord server. So I went on to see what's it all about. And it was looking impressive. Let me just say that. It was looking impressive. So I want to up my game on our Discord server just so that our experience can be better and maybe even make a public section of our Discord server. But that'll come in the future. Then we have live hangouts, monthly live hangouts where we'll chill together in like a Zoom call or something. And we can have conversations. Instead of you chatting over the normal chat messages, we'll have a face-to-face conversation. It'll be made a lot better. Maybe we'll even do that through Discord, we'll see. And lastly, you get shoutouts during the live. Yeah, shoutouts at the end of the live, you'll get shoutouts so that all the members of Mzansi can appreciate you too. So cool, thank you so much to everyone for joining this evening's MIH Live. We hope you are enjoying the Beginner's Guide series and we hope to see you in the next one. Thank you so much and let's keep working hard, Mzansi.